everything's moving good. We'll go ahead and impact her a little further down. Let me get some torque specs, because this little $12 drill ain't worth a crap. But it will keep my gasket from leaking or having any problems. So we'll find some torque specs and get that torqued to proper specifications. And let's see, what else can we do now? Alright, we need to get our kicker stuff in here and figure out how that all links up. And this goes in here. You don't want to go all the way in. Why would that be? Really, my seal's the right size, right? Alright, so my shift shaft's bent right here. That's why I can't get it back in. So we're going to have to figure something out. Okay, so I straightened my shaft out a little bit and it dropped on down in there. I went ahead and put it on my star. You've got one of those tabs that sticks up, it mounts right in there. Locked that down and never took that tensioner off. This thing, I spun it backwards. That spring was actually here. That's a stopper, and that keeps that tension from basically trying to start itself. So I pulled that back with a screwdriver, dropped that in, and I got a snap ring that will secure that. Make sure it's in the groove. I heard it click. Alright, so that's good. Let's see, what's next? I always like to go back and make sure everything's still moving. This thing can move without a kicker, so we ain't even going to try that. Alright, well this is the clutch side. We're going to do this here in a minute. See what the other side looks like. We'll go ahead and continue on this side. Still got the timing chain stuff we got to do on there. So let me find out some more schematics of where we are at. Get my clutch parts and stuff ready, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we got our collar. That goes there. Our little flywheel thingamajigger goes there. It's got a bearing in it. It's going to drop down here. Oh, lost the bearing. Good job. Let's try that again. Okay. And this will go on. Little snap ring. Make sure those goes all the way in. You don't want anything coming apart. A little bit of oil. Let me find my clutch now. Whatever I did with it. Alright, drop the clutch on there. Is it on there? I don't think that's all the way on there. We got something right here. There we go. I'm finding nuts and bolts. Well, let's get this clutch cover ready. Got a gasket for it over there somewhere, and part of this had come off, so make sure we get a good one on there. Alright, we're going to put our little retainer in there, and there's some notches in there that'll fit inside those grooves. And then we've got our pressure washer. This side is out, drops in there. And I got our bolt. Alright, she's on. Now we'll find a couple of tabs that we can lock down. Alright. Now, we get our little plate on there after we get our gasket. That looks to like a timing or something. I was bragging on that kit. I ain't got no gasket. That's crappy. I guess we'll have to make one. Alright, so we're gonna make sure our transmission's working. There's one gear, and you can spin it right here, but we're going all the way. Let's go back the other way. Oh, got stuck. And sometimes it's just a matter of rocking the output shaft. There we go. Double check. There we go. Good. And good. Let's go through one more time. Okay, so all that's working. We'll get our clutch and stuff on now. Let me put this piece on. And if we can find our snap ring right here. Make sure it snaps all the way down in there. And on our clutch. Clutch is on. Alright, so I'm gonna have to make my own gasket. Got me some gasket stuff. So, should just be that easy. I guess I can find something the roundness of that and trace around it on here and do it. Maybe easier. We'll put some holes in it first with something. Mark some holes. So, alright, let's make a gasket. Alright, so obviously this is a precision tool. It's pretty close. So we'll trace around that and then cut. Alright, got our new gasket in there. Get this plate tightened down. Alright, we got a new washer for our oil plug. Get that put in. We're going to go with some carb cleaner and paper towel, clean off our seal, and we'll crank that on down. Should have some guide pins on this. There's one here and one here. And you want to make sure that your case is good and clean, because when you put it on, you don't want to drop no oil on your gasket. Especially on the bottom area here. So first I'm going to wipe it out, and then I'm going to go back with some carb cleaner and get the edge real good. Alright, so we'll just watch for our crank to turn, and that's working, and it's not staying engaged. And we can also cut off our gasket right here now. Okay, so that's good. Now we'll flip it over and start doing the timing chain stuff. Alright, let's get these bolts down. The other side too. Alright, so I knocked a bunch of that rust out. I don't know how well you can see it where my light is. But anyway, keys right there. Right there. Let's put her on. Alright, we got our washer and our nut. And we need to impact this little booger on. 12 or 13, 14. Just to help these sockets were in the right order.